To all the 92%ers, we're dropping something in the feed today we think you basketball fans are going to love.
All right, if you haven't heard it yet, LeBron James and Steve Nash have an incredible podcast. That's right. It's called Mind the Game, and I'm not going to lie, it's pretty next level.
I would assume it would be unbelievable, as I am a fan of both of their games. This is for students of the game, though. LeBron and Nash are legends, and on Mind the Game, they get into the X's and O's and tactical breakdowns that really help you appreciate the game.
Yeah, I mean, when LeBron James is breaking down plays, you're talking strategy with Steve Nash, you're going to get deep into the brains of two actual basketball geniuses. So it's pretty much a masterclass in basketball.
And here's the thing. They also talk about mindset, preparation, and the mental side of the game that applies to basketball, football, and your life.
Exactly. Whether you're a basketball fan or just someone who wants to understand what it is like to compete at the highest level, this show has got something for you.
So do yourself a favor. Go check out Mind the Game. You're going to learn something. I guarantee it.
All right. And here's Steve Nash to tell you a little bit more about the show.
Hey, 92%ers. Steve Nash here. Here's a clip from one of our latest episodes to give you a taste of what LeBron and I get into. If you like what you hear, check out Mind the Game wherever you get your podcasts. Or you can watch on YouTube or Prime Video. Cheers.
Yeah, one this way and one this way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank you for doing this. It's our first official golf podcast.
Yeah, they heard Mind the Game, and they thought the game was basketball today. It was actually not. We say Mind the Team.
I was watching the Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, the break 50?
Break 50. I knew you were good. I was losing my mind. I only watched half.
Yeah.
You matched him.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's being
Losing my
kind.
mind.
As you could, it was my first shot. I lost my mind too. There's like a little small gallery behind.
Oh, there was.
That was following us. And so I knew the whole concept. I knew it was Bryson. It was a week before the Ryder Cup. I'm like, all right, it's go time. And it's the best best golf I've played in my life.
And it's so funny. I was watching one of the holes. I don't know what hole it was, and you was like, I'm going to give it a little grunt on this one. One of his drives said, and he got him on the drive. And you can, and Bryson, obviously, this is what he does.
Yeah.
Like this, he's
I could tell
one of
in
the
his
best in the
voice.
world. And when they got up to the ball, he was like, I think that's your ball.
Yeah.
He was like, oh man, I outdrove him. Like it was crazy.
He didn't want to give it to me.
I think one of the good parts too that I was watching too, and I think Bryson asked you a question like who's your inspirations? Obviously, in the game that we all love.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Steve and you mentioned Reggie, and obviously Reggie makes so much sense and is terrifying to competitors like myself and all the competition over the years. How what made you kind of watch those guys from the beginning? It's funny that I'm sitting across from them talking about, but like,
so that's we all got history in the game,
Right.
playing against each other and the whole deal. But my rookie year, we played in a preseason game outside in Palm Springs at like the tennis
Indian
court.
Wells Tennis Center.
in Indian Wells. It was my first time like actually seeing him, on the court, and to the point of inspiration.
Super intimidating.
just seeing him across. I still do some of your when you're in the starting line or the national anthem, the line. Like you used to do like the little leg stuff. I still do it. It was like I was watching everything you did from across the court. But growing up, like I knew I was a pass first type of point guard.
Yeah.
Like my dad had to actually tell me.
Bullshit.
Call Dale Curry right now, and he'd tell you they actually had to tell me to shoot
He was
more
like, no,
because
no.
I was
Not in this
like
house.
Not in this house. You ain't gonna be that. But I always like just loved the creativity. Being like felt like we had similar statures where. As a point guard, being able to, handle being in the trees, getting the ball where you needed to. You saw angles that didn't even make sense. Your change of speed, you can control the tempo. Got everybody involved. Like there was just something fun about that. That is a way that I, wanted to play. Fast forward to Davidson, I was a two guard and had to kind of expand. There's a video of me as a 10-year-old running around with a Reggie jersey. Just because, I just loved his competitiveness and the way he moved off the ball. But I didn't know that would be a huge part of my game once I got to like how am I gonna actually make it to the league type vibe. But that was your style was like exact. I tried all the behind the back passes, this day, one-handed, left-handed, like all that type of stuff. Just seeing the floor a little differently. It felt like he was kind of the model for that. So.
Yeah. And what about your pops too? Obviously, I mean, obviously the inspiration that you saw every day, but like as your pops being a pro itself, is there anything like you took from his game? Like, I mean, the quick
release was crazy. Yeah. Every video you see of him, sit in the corner, one like here, one dribble, and then the quick release. He had the high arcing release too.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that, so it was like almost comparison and contrast of
right.
I want to be a great shooter, I want to have a quick release, but I also have to own my own form.
Right.
I can't really.
It has to go in at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to feel comfortable with what you're doing.
But did you guys ever talk about it, like quick release? Or you
Yeah,
just
we talked
watched
about
it?
that a lot when I was in high school, changing my form. I used to do like the little slingshot situation, and to the point of seeing, when I watched myself on camera, it was like, that thing looked like it takes forever to get up there. But to your point, it went in. But as I got to varsity, I was like, it's probably not going to, that thing's getting swatted to the 8th row.
And you was able to dissect that.
My dad.
Your dad, okay.
My dad called it out as I was making that transition. I wasn't with it at first. I was, because I knew he was going to have to break down all the fundamentals of everything that I felt comfortable with to then master like a new form.
It felt like it too much.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to do extra credit on the home. I already know the formula. Like, well, I got to recreate it, and obviously it worked.
But I feel like someone who loves shooting, shot 1 million shots, always, obsessed with it, watching you shoot. Like, I think I have a bit of a classic shot. I get it to like Clay, get into the pocket and shoot.
Yeah.
What I think you brought to the game, and I'd love for you to tell me I'm full of it, is you don't really stop. So like you talked about this shot as a kid to now it's the same shot but up here. Like I don't really feel like you stop, and if you do, it's like this split second.
Only probably on like just standard catch and shoot where I always tell people, like I would teach Clay's form to anybody who said, hey, how do I shoot a basketball? I would like pull up a clip of Clay.
Perfect.
And it's just, that's freaking perfect. 10 out of 10, no notes, right? But to your point, it helped me off the dribble because it's kind of, I'm gonna call it unorthodox, but it is a one-piece shot that no matter if you're really all the way on balance or just off, or if you got it on the right hand, left hand off the dribble, like whatever it is, I kind of can get it here quick enough that
through the zone,
and I still have all of my power.
Yep.
I don't lose anything through that. So that's helped me, especially at 6'3", like in the league. No matter who's in front of you, you really feel like I have a chance. As long as I get them to drop their hands a little bit, I can get it up there quick, and I don't want to have any wasted motion.
Was that by design, or was that just happened?
That's just how I shot it. There wasn't much thought to that part, other than when I was in high school doing that transformation, I guess you call it.
Because I also feel like that is a part of your range, is that you, like, instead of stopping and having to use all your legs, you're using it all in one motion. So, like, he just kept backing up. And it's like, where's this going?
And it's like a flick. Like I got an opportunity to see it this, last summer. First time I was joining forces, I got to see it after practice every day, just like a flick. It didn't matter. Right. Certain guys in our league, or certain basketball players all over the world, they have to get in a certain pocket, and in order for them to even get to here or how, it's like when he touched the ball. By the time he does what he needs to here, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. It come from here, quick. Like, and that's a great question. It's like, did you learn that, or it just kind of happened? And it's like, no, it's
kind of natural.
It's kind of just naturally just happened.
Yeah. Like there's always a reset. Like summertime, when you're working on mechanics. Like my guy Brandon Payne, we'll talk about it. And if I miss 2 or 3 in a row, and you start looking, I'll know it's because I don't have the ball. Like if you're talking middle of the frame, I don't have it more middle to right. Like I'm more kind of doing that. And it's just you get a little lazy, right? But I still have to call that out. But then once you get into, the game and the flow, there's not much thought to it.
But it's interesting because like necessity is the mother of invention.
100%.
You kind of invented something. Like you've gone on to be the greatest shooter of all time by like a long margin. Like range, accuracy, dexterity, off the move, left, right, leaning in, leaning back, like you do it all. But like I don't know if you could do that if you had picture perfect form. I'm not saying you don't, but you invented a way of going through the zone like you said, off the dribble, like it's up.
Yeah.
And that gave you more range, and that gave you more dexterity. Like, by the way, it's not really recreatable. I'm not telling kids, hey, it's so good, you know.
But so Bruce Frazier,
Yep.
cute. Like we use you as an example a lot when I'm doing the breakdown drill. Like I'll do like pregame stuff or after practice stuff, where to the point of being able to get to my base, like he'll bring you up as a demonstration of like you have such a solid foundation where
Get your hips down.
get your hips down, get low, like you're feeling every part of your foot, your feet, and you're using all of that force to kind of get through.
Pushing in the ground.
And that's a foundation you have to have to then build off of that, creativity and that looseness up top.
Yes.
So that's part of the natural progression of foundation to confidence to then, okay, now I can experiment a little bit. So maybe it's not necessarily a thought, it's like you hammer that down so much that now I have the ability to say, okay, what's going to help me in the game? Or if I need to stay out of the trees, I can get my range back. I got that's in there because I have this. And if I still have to go back to that well though. Like we do our stuff at the free throw line where you're doing like the spins and you got to be in balance. That's your world. Like that's what I learned.
But I also think one of the most impressive things, I know we're here to talk about a lot of things, but the most impressive thing is that you came in, 6'2", whatever, and obviously super skinny. Super skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, like, super skinny, fresh out of Davidson, super skinny, and obviously, our league, throughout the course of a season, flights and everything, can be taxing on your body.
Yeah.
I think one of the most impressive things that a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to you is that the weight and the strength that you've put on and still being able to shoot the ball in that capacity. There's a lot of guys that we've seen come in at a certain weight or a certain, body frame, and they're told to put on weight or they're told to put on strengths, and it can affect their shot. And it's actually, there's no way it could have made it better, but shit, it seems like nothing ever changed. How was that? Like, did that worry you in the beginning? Like, oh shit, y'all tell me I got to get stronger now.
Funny story. So my rookie year in training camp, so I came in as a shooter in the draft. But Don Nelson was my coach, and going through training camp, summer league started. I think I probably shot like low 30s from three in training or in summer league. And then you're coming into training camp, a couple months later, like still working, getting through, trying to get comfortable with where shots are coming from. And Don Nelson, he went in the weight room, because to your point, I came in 180 pounds maybe. They were trying to get me in the weight room, doing all these lifts and stuff. I'm shooting like trash in training camp like the first week. He walked in there and cussed out everybody in the room. It was like, y'all are killing the shot. He's lifting too much weight. And to me, I didn't know that as a concept, because I always just wanted to get stronger. Like most of it was just vanity. Like, hey, look
better in the jersey.
All these mirrors around here, y'all telling me I gotta look like this.
I'm trying to look like the pop. Like, give me something. But I didn't even think about it in terms of shot. I know that there's a range of like body composition that matters to making sure everything moves right. So if you're doing a big transformation, it can't change how your body moves. I never thought I could get to that point, but then when he called it out, I was like, wait, are they really messing up my shot? But that balance of being able to appropriately like get your body to move efficiently, like a lot of it to me is core strength. Like if we're talking specifics, everything's about the foundation. Like how does your body move through that range where you have, complete control of, your movement patterns, not necessarily like brute strength, but efficiency, right?
Stability, patterns. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to hear more, remember to check out Mind the Game wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks to Jason and Travis for having us on the feed.